I was just taking a shower, and while taking the shower, planning what I want to say in this video, what I want to talk to you about. And the funny thing is, my plan is to talk about the present moment. And yeah, then I realized stepping out of the shower, like, oh, you want to talk about the present moment, and you're like totally in the future planning a video. And I guess that's the funny thing about us humans, that we are sort of always somewhere digesting the past, finding a good answer to something that a person said to us, or justifying some actions that we did that we think we have to justify for, or we are planning something for the future, or worrying about the future, or something like that. And yeah, I don't know how this video will roll out now. I want to start with something that I was thinking about in the shower, and then we'll see where we go from there. So this little thing is, um, it was 2016. I went to a Gestalt seminar, and there we spent a lot of time, or the facilitators spent a lot of time asking us participants, what's going on for you right now? And then we would answer and get into stories and get into this, like, yeah, I realized yesterday, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they would stop us and say, okay, I want to know what's going on for you in this moment. What are you feeling in your body? What are the sensations that are happening for you? I don't want to hear too much of your thought process, which is also happening right now. But if you're paying attention to your thought process, it's so easy to get carried away by it and lose touch to the present moment. Um, yeah, that was the context there. And at the last day of the seminar, when I came home, I wrote a little note for myself that said, what's going on in this moment? And I put that little note somewhere. I put it away with other notes that I had. And then I think it still exists. The thing is, in those years following, um, whenever I came across this note, and it didn't have a specific place. It was just somewhere with my stuff. And then every now and then, usually every few months or so, I came across this note and I took it and I paused and looked at it and said, okay, this note is giving me an invitation to stop and stop doing what I'm doing now. Stop being busy with something and just closing my eyes and just feeling what's going on. And yeah, this is, I want to stop now, like talking about this story, and invite you and invite me to taking a pause and doing that right now. So if you want, close your eyes and maybe start with feeling your feet on the ground, if they are there, or feel your butt on your seat or sofa or whatever is your touch point to the earth in this moment. Ah, ah. Yeah, and become aware of your sensations in your body right now. Become aware of maybe where you feel some tension, where you feel some relaxation? What are parts in your body that feel really loose and joyful? Maybe you have some tingling, some excitement. Maybe you feel some tension, some anxiety, some, yeah, not so nice feelings in some parts of your body. And when you do that, try not to go into judging, because when you do that, it's really easy to say like, ah, yeah, I have this tension in my neck and it shouldn't be there. I want my neck to feel different. I want my chest to feel different. I'm feeling so tight in my belly and I don't like it. And it's easy to get into that. And there's nothing wrong about it. And it's usually, for me, it's like an automated process that's just installed in place, and it's so easy to go into that, and that's all right. So if you notice you're creating this judgment or this I want it to be different, don't get out the whip and judge you for judging yourself. So try to get in there and say, okay, this is what's happening. I'm judging myself. All right. Yeah. And as I'm recording this, yeah, I notice I have some tension also in my neck, some tension in my belly. I notice my feet on the ground, and I love that feeling. I feel really connected to the earth there. My feet are standing about a little more than hip distance apart, and I feel like really like a tree rooted into the earth, and I really enjoy that. And over the last months, doing some sessions with a person who helped me a great deal become more aware of what's going on in my body, I found out that where I place my attention is making such a big difference to how I experience reality and how I, and even like what happens in my body. So, for example, if I place my attention now on my feet and I feel them, I notice like immediately my shoulders and my upper chest was expanding a bit. And I felt like a straightening up impulse in my spine. So, focusing on this parts of your body that are feeling expanded and that are giving you joy or that are feeling good for you creates more of that through your system, even to the point that I notice now the tension in my belly has decreased. So I find that pretty amazing. And if you would do it the other way around, and the way that we are usually, at least the way I was growing up in the environment or society I'm in, is like you focus on the areas that are tight, that don't feel so good, and you try to fix them. And that's, I just read an article yesterday about Mozart in school. And the story went that Mozart was absolutely super talented at music. And I think from the age of 4 on, his father gave him lessons and taught him everything about music. And um, he was incredibly talented and he could learn so much in this area. And in his whole life, he never went to any school. Everything he learned from his father. And his father had one focus to teach him about music and to make him a great musician because that's where his talent was. And this article also said that our school system and the way we are educating people focuses on trying to get all your weaknesses to an acceptable level. So if you are in school and you're super good in, let's say, theater play, and you're absolutely sucking at maths, what are your teachers usually going to do? They are trying to get your math skills up to average so that you can pass on to the next grade and don't drop out or have to repeat the year you're in. And usually, if you have a class of 30 students, how much time do you have as a teacher to really focus on someone who is brilliant in that subject and that you get this person really to an excellent level of their skills in this subject? You cannot do it. It's just the design of the whole system that if you have 1 hour to teach everyone a specific thing in maths, for example, you have to focus that everyone is getting it. And then you have to focus on the people that are not getting it in order to help them so they don't get left behind. And that was the whole story about explaining that in our society, it's not usually set up that greatness is really given a good environment to grow. And if you have, and it's not an if, like you have talents that are absolutely above average, and I believe every person has a specific area in their life where you are super brilliant, and most of us just haven't discovered it yet. That's my belief about humans. And if you don't meet someone who sees that in you, or if you don't make a step yourself and say, hey, I know there is greatness in me and I'm going on a journey now to discover it, and I'm not gonna rest before I found it and helped it grow, then you will probably be stuck in that trying to improve your shortcomings and all that. And coming back now to the body, um, that's what we usually try to do. So I feel this tension in my neck, and then I try to find something to relieve me of that tension in my neck. I might go to a massage, I might go to, I don't know, I might try to like relax it, and there's nothing wrong about it. And a massage can be great. The only thing is, if you are focusing on that area, trying to change it, you are putting your focus on attention, on a state that is not desirable for you. And you are, by putting your awareness there, you might actually help it to become even bigger and become even more of a problem. And I found that not to be so useful in the last months of exploration of body scanning and body awareness. And the cool thing is you can just try it out yourself. So if you find there is a place that feels tense and you don't like it, and you find a place that feels really expanded, just play with it and put your awareness to the expanded place and put your awareness to the tense place, and then see what's happening for you. And maybe you're coming to a totally different experience than I just described. Or maybe you find, hey, this guy said something that's true for me too. uh, let me know if you want. Yeah.